Welcome back to the broadcast. High school kids will soon be donning tuxedos and dresses for prom, and then gowns for graduation. It's a joyous time, but can turn tragic with a drop of alcohol. That's why we've invited Jeff Miracle from Mothers Against Drunk Driving to help us learn what to say to our kids now to help them make the right choices. Is any word we say gonna work?
Actually, it does. The thing that has been determined scientifically now is the biggest impact on a kid's life concerning drinking underage is their parents. And it comes down to actually having a talk with them, to actually sitting down and telling kids, listen, you need to wait, it's dangerous. Telling kids about statistics. Kids can look things up on the internet now. So even going on the internet with them and saying, look at these cases of what happens with kids. The thing that is kind of scary to me, and I learned this a few years ago when I started working for MADD, underage drinking kills more people than all other illegal drugs that underage kids take combined. Now, when I say more people, not just kids. If they're driving and they kill someone that's over the age of 21, well, that's a death due to underage drinking. Over 4,000 people every year die because of underage drinking.
That's so scary, and yet people still, let me tell you something, we're living in an age now where drinking is a big thing again. Happy hours, cosmopolitans, martinis, all of that is a big thing. So it's being glorified, television, movies. So how do we tell kids, okay, it is for adults, it's okay for adults, but not for you? It's a double message we send.
It really is, and people will always say the thing, well, you know, if they're 18, they can fight for our country, but why can't they drink? The answer to that is simple. The brain doesn't stop growing until you're over the age of 18. Actually, some people say scientifically till the age of about 24, your brain continues to grow. If you drink during that time that your brain's still developing, it can hinder your development. You tell a kid, hey, if you start drinking now, you're going to stop your brain development. That's one way that kids will sit back and say, wait a minute, I don't want to stop my brain development early. But also the simple fact that drinking at the age of, under the age of 21, number one is illegal, number two is very dangerous.
And what about going to the schools where, you know, there's some pretty powerful impacting films that show what happens when you drink and drive. Do these films work? Do kids really get it when they see the impact of the film?
Here's what we've determined. Years ago, MADD would have these crash cars that we would take to schools. We actually don't even have those anymore because we found out that they make an impact for a day or two, but long term they don't. The only way you can really make a long-term impact with your kid is for the parent to be a part of that kid's life and to talk to them, to make a pact with them about underage drinking. I've done it with my kids. I have two boys who are 22 and 20. I have a daughter who is 12. I've already started talking to her about that.
Do you drink?
I drink only at home.
Okay, but if they see you drink, then do they consider, and I don't mean to get personal, but
no, that's fine.
You know, a lot of families don't drink, and I think probably that influence speaks a lot. But when the family drinks, then the kids think, well, you did it.
I think you do definitely show a certain image to your kids. And you have to teach them responsibility. For instance, my kids will never see me come home with alcohol in my breath at all. It's just not going to happen. I'm not going to drink a drop and drive. And my kids understand.
And so they see that?
Yes.
So they're seeing drinking responsibly?
They are, but they also see this. I said to my boys, if you ever do go out and drink, don't you dare drive and come home. Call me. I will pick you up no matter what time of night, no matter how much you've had, and you won't be in trouble, you won't be grounded. As a parent, that's hard to stick to when it really happens, but you have to. You
do have to, because I don't think you're going to really prevent them from drinking. In some cases, maybe, but if you can just prevent them from drinking responsibly or drinking and not driving, if you can just do that.
It's very important. You know, we are totally 100% against underage drinking, but we also say to parents, but if your kid does drink, and they contact you and say, hey, I've had something to drink, please come take me home. Use that as a teaching possibility, not as a punishment possibility.
Well, we thank you very much for coming in today. You can get in touch with the folks from MADD by going to thebroadcasttv.com. And next, we're talking about the best of the best products for baby. That's coming up when the broadcast returns. Is that okay?